From dynamic business centers to beautiful landscapes, from historic landmarks to modern community development, life in Fort Bend County means opportunity, tranquility, and a slice of Texas living like nowhere else in our great Lone Star State.
Hi, I'm Bob Hebert, County Judge and Chief Executive Officer of Fort Bend County.
Did you know that Fort Bend County is now the 10th largest county in Texas? That's an incredible 57% population growth over the last decade. That's good for our local economy because growth brings more tax dollars, more jobs, and more diversity to our community. But our incredible growth also means more traffic, more demands for city and county services, and more citizens expecting our help and assistance every day.
Whether you've just started working for the county or are almost ready to retire, I know that I can count on each of you to meet these challenges and get the job done. Your commitment becomes even more crucial during times of emergency.
Hurricanes threaten the Texas Gulf Coast every June to November, often spawning tornadoes that add to the damage and devastation. Heavy rains cause flash floods and rivers to overflow their banks, washing away homes and roadways. Rail cars, tanker trucks, and pipelines carry hazardous materials through our county every day. The attacks in Oklahoma City, New York, Washington, and London have taught us that terrorists can strike at any target, anywhere, at any time.
During an emergency, the county's emergency management team will meet here in the Emergency Operations Center.
Other department heads and elected officials may join us to help manage the EOC in order to prepare for, respond to, and recover from any emergency. The EOC is the hub of all response and recovery operations, with enough food and supplies to be completely self-sufficient for at least 14 days.
Fort Bend County has a detailed emergency operations plan developed by our Office of Emergency Management.
We update the plan continuously, submit any changes to the state for approval, and conduct drills and exercises to test our plan every year. The Office of Emergency Management is a relatively small department, so during a major emergency, we will need your help to respond and recover. Under the direction of the county judge, specific departments may be called upon to work in the EOC or out in the field. All county employees are expected to work together as a team using the National Incident Management System, Incident Command System, or NIMS ICS. Using this organization structure, first responders in the field, staff at the EOC, and other response organizations will develop an incident action plan to effectively manage any emergency.
There are more than 70 elected offices and departments in Fort Bend County with more than 1,700 employees. That's a tremendous team of personnel that we can mobilize, equip, and deploy under our County Emergency Operations Plan.
District 2 Alarm 2130 Grand Mel Fort McLean.
How might you be utilized? Each elected office and department is now developing its own departmental emergency operations plan.
These plans will spell out what precautions your department should take in advance to minimize the impact of any emergency, and how you should respond before, during, and after any disaster. When you think of an emergency, you probably think about first responders like law enforcement, firefighters, and emergency medical service technicians. But road and bridge crews are needed to set up barricades, replace damaged road signs, and remove debris. Information technology staff keep our county computer systems up and running and post emergency information on the county's website. Risk management personnel may help insurance adjusters assess any damage to county assets and facilities. Health and Human Services employees can set up clinics and help our citizens suffering from stress, trauma, and other health problems.
Even if you don't have a first responder role, we may need your help. Answering phones in the EOC, setting up evacuation shelters, handing out food and water, or managing resources and supplies after the disaster.
You'll be briefed on your department's emergency response and recovery roles. No matter what the disaster is, no matter what your normal job involves, there will be some emergency role that you can do to help out.
Just as the county and your department have emergency plans, you need a plan to protect your family. Visit the county's website, then click on the drop-down box for emergency management. There you can obtain information about developing a family disaster plan. Know what evacuation routes your family should use during a hurricane or other disaster. These evacuation route signs will guide you along the way. Then prepare a disaster supplies kit with everything your family will need at home or to take with them during evacuation. Practice your family disaster plan so you'll have peace of mind that your loved ones will be safe.
When disaster strikes, we'll have to work together as a team to get our community back on its feet.
As a trusted and valued employee of Fort Bend County, you are professionally serving our friends, neighbors, and visitors every day on the job. I'm confident that when that day arrives, when we need our first responders to answer the call, when we need your department to help out wherever you're needed, we can count on you.
Remember, develop your family disaster plan, make up a disaster supplies kit, review your department's emergency operations plan, and together we'll be ready for any emergency.
Thank you for your service to the people of Fort Bend County.